Hello dear traders, I'm Maria Startup and this is the review of crypto analytics from FxCo. It's the 9th of January, today Monday, and in our today's review, Bitcoin is in the accumulation stage. Is an even greater fall possible? What is wash trading on crypto exchanges? What macroeconomic events may affect market in the short term? And what's happening on the charts of Bitcoin and Ethereum in the beginning of a new trading week. Let's start. We'll start with an article by Katerina Kiselova. The article was written on Friday ahead of the weekend, and then Bitcoin was losing ground, the volatility remained very low, and that looked like an accumulation stage, according to some analysts. Thus, crypto analyst and trader Jason Pizzina thinks so. He notes that based on the market value to realized value ratio, Bitcoin may only have a few months left in a late stage bearish accumulation zone. The indicator remains below 1, which indicates a serious market capitulation and that accumulation continues. So, is an even greater fall possible? According to Pizzino, everything will depend on the point 18,500. If we are unable to get past that mark, then we will probably put in some sort of lower low around $13,000-14,000. And on the contrary, if the quotes hit that 18,500, then probably we will not see any significant decrease. Meanwhile, looking ahead to 2023, another crypto investor, Mark Cuban, believes that trading cryptocurrency tokens on centralized exchanges will cause the next implosion in the market. He thinks that there will be a number of crypto scandals like FTX crash in 2023. And here Ekaterina suggests to find out what is wash trading on crypto exchanges. It is the process whereby a trader or bot buys and sells the same crypto asset in order to feed misleading information to the market. The goal is to artificially inflate volumes so that retail traders join in the win and push prices higher. Basically, it's a pump and dump scheme. Thus, according to a December report from the National Bureau of Economic Research, up to 70% of the volume of unregulated exchanges comes from wash transactions. In addition, a 2022 Forbes study of 157 centralized exchanges found that more than half of Bitcoin trading volumes were fake. And on January 5th, Quantum Economics CEO and former eToro senior market analyst Matty Greenspan said that 42% of all NFT volumes comes from wash trades. He added that wash trading is also being used to collect tax losses, giving the impression to the officer that the losses were greater than they actually were. Such an interesting information. Okay, and now let's move on to closer to technical picture first of Bitcoin and the article by Artem Petrenko. The article was also written on Friday ahead of the weekend, and then Bitcoin remained near the 16,800 level. Thus, buyers failed to realize the bullish momentum as seen on the daily Bitcoin chart. And Artyom writes that ahead of the weekend, the cryptocurrency also has a low chance of moving beyond the 16,400-900 range. We will shortly see whether it happened or not. As for fundamental background, there are several negative factors. Thus, Federal Reserve officials commented on the agency's future policy and the fate of the key rate. Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari said it's worth pausing to raise the key rate when the indicator reaches 5.4%. At the same time, he noted that there are no plans to ease monetary policy and reduce the key rate in 2023. Meanwhile, Galaxy Research analysts announced a difficult 2023 for crypto startups. According to the head of from Void Research, Alex Thorne, the volume of investments by venture capital firms in Web3 and blockchain projects will decrease significantly in 2023, and he believes that the downward trend will continue until the end of the year, when the macroeconomic situation begins to improve. Meanwhile, macro data in the US portends a challenging year for the global economy. Non-farm payrolls data was 235,000 against the forecast of 150,000. This indicates a gradual deterioration in the US economy and rising unemployment. In technical terms, Bitcoin quotes, Artyom says, are not of particular interest as they are systematically moving in a flat. However, the Fed's statement and statistics on the labor market may change the balance of power in the stock market and accordingly in the crypto market. In addition, on Friday, the second set of US labor market data was released, and Artyom says regardless of the indicators, the result would have a negative color. If unemployment starts to grow in the main indices, this will mean the gradual entry of the US economy into a recession phase. If the labor market remains strong, it will untie the hands of the Fed for further key rate hikes. In the near future, it's likely that the labor market indicators will influence the Fed's policy. For Bitcoin and the crypto market, the statistics can be a reason to activate trading activity and significant price movements in either direction. So as a result, Artyom says there are two possible scenarios of movement of Bitcoin. If the cryptocurrency gains a foothold above 16,900, the asset will continue to move to the 17,400 level. On the contrary, if the 16,400 level is broken, Bitcoin will resume its downward movement towards the 16,000 psychological support level. Well, let's have a look at the chart for the moment. And if we look at the chart from Friday, in the end of Friday, Bitcoin went up from 16,700 and reached 16,900, and all the weekend it was about this mark, almost didn't move. It was at 16,900 something, and today, 9th of January, Bitcoin opened at already 17,172. And now at the moment of the publication, it is trading at 17,230. So it definitely looks like the first scenario. It managed to rise above 16,900, and it is moving towards 17,000, 17,400. It's already close even to 17,400 level. And now let's say a couple of words about Ethereum and another article by Sebastian Seliger. The article was also written on Friday before the weekend. And then the market was consolidating the recent gains in narrow range located between the levels of 1,265, 1,251. The technical resistance is seen at the level of 1,259. So bulls need to break through this level in order to continue the bounce towards the technical resistance seen at 1,278. The key short-term technical support is seen at the level of 1,183. The key technical support for bulls at 1,281 was broken already, and new swing low was established at 1,074. This is a clear test of the level 1,080. So any breakout below the moving average and weekly candle close below moving average will be considered as another indication of the downtrend continuation. If the down move will be extended, then the next target for bears is located at the level of 1,000. Well, let's have a look at the chart of Ethereum for the moment. And what do we see? We see the same, of course, the same price movement similar to Bitcoin. During the weekend, Ethereum was consolidating about at the points 1,260. And it opened today already at 1,290 and keeps rising. And now at the moment of the publication, it is trading at 1,311. Okay, this is all for today. We will see each other tomorrow in our next review. I wish you profitable trading and fantastic day. Goodbye.